Wife and I paid off our credit card debt because of Uber and DoorDash and little things like surveys and just all kinds of gig economy stuff. But we never did it full time. We never replaced our job. I never replaced my career except for early last year. Now, early last year in 2022, I full-timed with Uber for 4 months until I kind of transitioned my company and transition my career to where I wanted to go. So it's a great bridge, guys, especially if you're in between jobs, if you're looking to get some debt paid off. It's a great part-time, on your own time way of making money. It's not meant to replace your full-time career. It's not meant to replace your full-time business. So I think that's where some people make the mistake. They try to do Lyft and Uber as a full-time job. And that's rough. You have to do so much extraneous work for so long. And reality is Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Instacart, all these unique and wonderful gig economy things, we're not meant to be part-time or weren't meant to be full-time jobs. It was created as rideshare or help. Hey man, it's like delivering pizzas. If you guys remember, if you're older like me, if you're closer to 40, you remember the days of doing a paper route or doing Domino's delivery pizzas, or back in the day when Little Caesars had its own delivery drivers, not DoorDash. So use the gig economy as extra money. Use it as extra. So instead of watching Netflix and binge watching some show on there or watching Game of Thrones like 6 times, you could be going out for 3-4 hours and making $100, $200 a day just doing something like delivering food or delivering somebody's groceries. Think about this. If you could net an extra $200 or $300 a week after taxes, after gas, after insurance, after you factor all those things in, if you could make an extra $200 a week, would that change your life? And yes, for most people, they're like, hell yeah, that's like 2 weeks. That's like a week of groceries these days. That's like a power bill. That's like a cell phone bill. That's like half of my car payment. So yes, it would make a dent in my daily life, and it doesn't cost you anything. But going full time is really hard to do because you're putting all those miles on your car. You're putting all those expenses on your car. And no matter what they pay you now per mile, it doesn't cover those expenses at the end of the day. And then at the same time, as free as it is, as much freedom as there is in doing something like that full time, you have to work literally 12 to 14 hours a day to make a living wage after expenses and after taxes. And people forget, you have to pay taxes on this income. You actually have to file a tax return when you do a gig economy job. So let's say you do it 2 to 5 hours a day, 3 days a week, it's beneficial to your taxes because you get to write off all these expenses, okay? You get to write off your mileage on your car. You get to write off the oil changes. You get to write off your cell phone bill. You get to write off all these things because you are self-employed. So when you go to do your tax return, you're going to pay a lot less in taxes. So not only is it going to give you an extra couple $100 a week, and it doesn't take much time out of your week at all, but at the same time, it'll be a tax benefit to you. So just think about those things. Don't go full time. Do it part time. Get yourself a business or something that's, something you're going to be doing at home. Even if it's Amazon, okay? Anything, and make the gig economy like Uber and DoorDash and Instacart and Fiverr, make it all a side hustle or a side gig for extra money and a tax benefit.